What's up, everybody? This is Red Tech Shoe, and I'm finally bringing you part 10 of episode 10 and Gluttony 1 of my Dante's Inferno LP. So we're finally getting the ball rolling again on Gluttony. We're now going to go ahead and tackle this. I have a difficult time with this one. Just like the next two Circles of Hell, Gluttony and then Greed, I seem to struggle with. I die a lot, and this is going to be a multiple parter. This is going to take at least 3 parts for Gluttony, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to tackle this, and we actually have a bit of a boss fight right off the bat with Gluttony. A little surprising, but it makes sense. So, for the most part, we're just going to go ahead and tackle this. You're going to see me die quite a lot, and I mean a lot, but I'm going to speed things up a little bit. So we left off right here. We're going to go ahead and look at the power-up menu. I wanted to get repayment, so now I can, before I press L2, right before an enemy is about to hit me, not only do I block their attack, but I counter them. So now I'm just looking around and I'm like, okay, what else do I want to get? Do I want to get like this Holy Cross ability, but instead I get Righteous Path level 2. So now my Righteous Path magic is a little stronger. Anyway, let's head all the way down and have a little cutscene. So, lo and behold, it is Cerberus. Right off the bat, we're fighting the head honcho of Gluttony. So, like I said, this is somewhat surprising in that you're fighting a boss real early, as soon as you get to one of the circles. But then again, story-wise, it makes sense. It wouldn't be a trip to hell without encountering Cerberus. I know his design is a little weird. When you think of Cerberus, you think of a 3-headed dog. But in this, the design for him is actually somewhat, it makes sense for the concept of gluttony. So now it's time for a little backstory on what exactly this circle is and what Cerberus's design is representative of in the Circle of Hell. Okay, so as you may know, the role of Cerberus is referred to as the Great Worm, who guards the gluttons, and the gluttons are forced to lie in slush produced by ceaseless, disgusting, foul, icy rain. And it says that the surrender to the sin which began with mutual indulgence leads to an imperceptible degradation to solitary self-indulgence. The gluttons lie here, sightless and heedless of their neighbors, symbolizing the cold, selfish, and empty sensuality of their lives. So pretty much, Cerberus is the guardian. All souls who are sent to Gluttony go through him, and then they are condemned here, and they are just, they can't see anyone else. They can't recognize anyone else. Just as they fail to recognize or consider the needs of others, they cared only for themselves. So now all they know is their own suffering. They can't really, like it says, sightless and heedless of their neighbors. So like I said, they didn't care about them or didn't even recognize them in life. So now they're all alone down here in their misery. And they can't recognize each other's pain and suffering, just as they couldn't recognize others' pain and suffering, or the needs of others back when they were alive. So that's kind of the role of the third circle of the third circle, Gluttony. There's actually a lot of the mud is mud, but it kind of acts like stomach acid. So for the most part, this is pretty much a simple boss fight. I knew that these things on the ground, I needed to use them. I knew that. I knew there was some kind of key to using them. I thought attacking them would do it, because I'm getting close and I'm not really triggering any interactive button. But then I finally see it, and I'm like, oh, R1. How can For some reason, I wasn't able to see that on the other one. So now I'm able to figure out. Okay, I pop the whatever this thing is. I pop this zit or pimple or whatever. He lunges in and bam, there we go. Alright, now I can just wail on him. So let's just go ahead and just, I thought maybe I could interact with him on the other side, but I guess I gotta damage him significantly before I can interact with him. I've already sliced one head off, as you can see, and it took me a while. I thought I was gonna die here. But luckily for me, I was able to push forward. And now we're able to pretty much figure out the proper strategy to defeat Cerberus. So this is pretty much going to be a simple boss fight. Here we go. Let's take out head number 2. And once you defeat each head, you get some orbs and refill a little bit of your health. Alright, so we gotta defeat this guy. Now this one is actually a little different. When he gets burned, he won't stay still. He'll constantly keep trying to spit at you. Doing this is actually kind of annoying because I got caught repeatedly and I was just like, I couldn't get away. So, I just found this last part to be a little more tedious than the first 2 heads. And you notice how he likes to spit now. He's not really lunging at me. So once we defeat this head, we'll be able to proceed through Gluttony, and this is going to be another. Gluttony is going to be another multiple-parter, another 3-parter at least, just like Lust. And like I said, Greed and Gluttony are my 2 least favorites. I die here quite a lot, and Greed I die quite a bit too, and I also take a long time to accomplish Greed as well. But we'll get to that later. But for now, we're just going to defeat Cerberus. We're going to move a little further into Gluttony, and then we're going to end the video. So now we have Azrael's apprentice, or at least his head. And with that, Cerberus is defeated. So I'm just going to go ahead and have a look around. The Eyes of St. Lucia has been fully maxed. So now I'm just going to have a look and try. Even though there are some relics that are just outstanding and I should always keep equipped, I'm going to try leveling up quite a few. I'm not just going to find a few and then just only use them. Once I max out in a relic, I'm going to try and switch it up and use a different relic. But now we are actually heading through Gluttony. So watch your step. There's a lot of rain. You can see all these worms. Those worms are essentially the main enemy that you're going to encounter here. You're also going to encounter regular enemies, but these guys are quite annoying. So right there, that guy caught me off guard, and I was a little upset with that. So I'm like, okay, come on back here. Let's do this again. So, you'd think Dante would freaking, slice his head off, right there. But no, all he does is just stab him once, and now I have to fight him again, the hard way. Which is kind of stupid. These guys are actually pretty good at absorbing damage. They're pretty good, at, god dang, they are meat shields. They take a long time to die. So, but here's Gluttony. Look at that scenic background. Nice and beautiful. The rain is absolutely amazing. The scenery is stunning. Just make sure to watch your step. Because I accidentally walked off the edge. I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking. So, luckily we don't have to fight Cerberus all over again. We just have to navigate and defeat this asshole one more time. So, Gluttony is, the rain, the mud. It's kind of a miserable place. And, like I said, this is kind of a, I just don't like this area. I don't like the way it looks. It looks too, I don't know. know, there's just something about the way it looks, the way it's drawn. I'm just not a fan of this I'm a fan of this circle. Maybe it's because I die a lot here. And in the next video, you know, in the next few videos, you'll see me die quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead, head down here. And we've got some more worms. And as you can see, the damned right here, these guys, they're actually fighting the worms. The worms and the little minion guys will actually fight each other. So you can take advantage of that if you so desire, but you're still going to have to kill all of them anyway. So you may as well just fight these guys. So right here is the Lust Storm. Lust Storm is actually a great weapon against being surrounded by all these guys. It repeatedly damages the worms and the small guys as your melees are attacking them. The only problem is it doesn't last too long. I wish it lasted just a little longer, you know, but it's whatever. So, like I said, the little guys are easy to deal with. You just gotta, punishing and absolving them is definitely an excellent way to get rid of them. So we just gotta go ahead and push through these guys. Nothing too outstanding here. I'm gonna, like I said, this is just kind of a boring, tedious circle. I'm not a, I don't know why, but I just don't like this area. I know it's a little hard, but it's just, I just don't like it. So we just gotta push through this area, and we're actually getting close to the end of the first video. So once we kill all these guys, I'll pick up the commentary. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop commentating for now, because there's really not much to commentate on until after we get out of this dang room. Finally. Like I said, those worms take forever to die. Alright, so, over here is our save point, but let's go talk to this person. Okay, so this is Siako, an anonymous citizen of Florence who spent his life gorging his appetites and now spends eternity in the muddy depths of the third circle of hell. So, like I said, someone who pretty much cared only for themselves, you know, and gorged themselves. They didn't, you know, notice or care for others. That's what earns them a free ticket to the third circle. So, let's go ahead and get the soul fountain, and then we're going to go ahead and save our game. And I'm going to end the video right here, and I will see you all in Gluttony Part 2. This is RadTech Shoe, signing off.